Well, can you tell me how long Jason's tests are going to take?
It could be a few hours. We want to get detailed scans, which is why we ordered another MRI.
Do you even have any idea what you're looking for?
There was no sign of intracranial bleeding from the collision. But what happened is
saw it. Jason might have had this seizure because you decided to visit the inside of his head when you had no business being there.
You have actual proof that Patrick screwed up, or are you just taking cheap shots at your brother?
The
I
biopsy...
apologize, Sam. This is inexcusable.
You don't need to apologize for me. I'm just answering
Now.
Sam's question.
Get out.
If you'd like to speak with me
No,
further
actually,
about this...
I'm going to talk right now. This is not a competition between two brothers. I love Jason. Now, I want both of you to get the hell out until you have actual facts to tell me.
What's wrong with
Hey,
you?
easy, would you? Right? I just had this
Sam
thing
is scared.
pressed.
You need to
Patients like
respect
it when I
that.
look
Listen
nice.
to me. You don't go in there and announce that it's my fault that her fiance's
You
convulsing
are
on the floor.
lucky the only thing Jason had was a seizure, okay? The biopsy was a
Jason Morgan
very bad
is my
idea.
patient. You don't get to tell me how to deal with him.
Hey,
Wait, what do you mean deal with him? What
Drake,
plan did
Dr.
you have?
Hatter, I
Did
think
you want him to turn
boys
into a piece of
need a
broccoli?
timeout.
Really? Now you're treating us like we're 5 years old?
You're acting like it. Let's go. Let's go.
Interesting place for a conference.
Yeah, well, the way you two are acting, you need all the privacy you can get.
Isn't this a little disrespectful?
This coming from someone who was eating a sandwich in front of his comatose
Really?
patient?
You're just eating a sandwich
Yeah,
over the guy?
I was just eating a sandwich. Yeah. You got a problem with that?
Hey,
Hey, sorry I pulled you away.
it's okay. I'm either doing paperwork or working in the lab at this point. What's up?
A typical schoolyard fight. Name-calling, posturing. Only thing missing was a bloody nose.
And this guy's lucky. I wouldn't want to dirty up that nice, clean lab coat
So
of
you're
yours.
just eating a sandwich over the guy,
Look, I
right? That's kinda-
realize a little trash talking between doctors and brothers is to be expected, but in front of a patient's fiance?
Sam?
Yeah, she heard everything. Doesn't exactly instill a whole lot of confidence in our ability.
Thank you. I'll take it from here. You know, it's annoying enough for me to have to deal with the bickering between the two of you, but to do it in front of a patient's fiance, family for that matter, is just unacceptable.
Aren't you a little
Period.
biased here, Chief? You did okay a procedure based on your feelings for the
stop
surgeon.
sulking like
I am
a
not
kid.
sulking.
You're not sulking.
No, the only reason you're so upset is because Jason had a seizure based
Stop.
on your
That is not
unnecessary
why I'm
upset.
Shut up, both of you. We're going to sit down like doctors and like adults and discuss the best possible procedure for Jason. All right?
Can we just do it away from the dead body? Because I just ate. I'd like to keep lunch in my stomach. Oh, yeah, it's like walking the dog.
So much for acting like adults.
Hey, Chief said get comfortable.
I did. He's right.
Oh, and Chief's actually saying I'm right about something.
Where
First
you
time for everything.
I want to check on Jason.
Where was all that concern when you're digging around the guy's head with a nut pick?
You want to undercut my patience? Why don't you go grab one of those nasal polyps that are on my chart?
Oh my gosh, seriously? Why don't you start talking to me like a doctor, okay? Because I'm your fellow doctor, not your kid brother.
Stop
we are
acting
here
like
at
a
work.
kid.
We're going to focus now, okay? We're going to talk about Jason because if we don't act fast, he doesn't like hospitals. He will take off and he will take his own chances.
Fine. I think we should focus on the hidden damages from the MVA. There's a possible
How about worms?
worms. Why don't you try being serious for once?
I am being very serious right now. Neurocysticercosis, leading cause of seizures in third world countries. Caused by...
Worms.
Yes, ding, 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 ding.
Well, this is Port Charles. This isn't a third world country where there's free-ranging pigs everywhere.
Well, last I heard, the Corinthos mob is smuggling things out of South America and the Caribbean. Who the hell knows what they do, where they're keeping their contraband?
Pigs?
Maybe.
I think it's worth it to run the pathology, at least to rule anything out.
Good to know that you're keeping an open mind, Chief. I will run the labs.
You're right, your brother is less mature than a 5-year-old. He was acting like that in front of Sam?
He is hell-bent on proving that he is just as good as me. He just doesn't realize how callous he sounds sometimes.
Are you sticking up for your brother?
Look, he's an ass. He just doesn't mean to be as rude as he is. But he is right about one thing. I used you to okay Jason's biopsy.
Well, I guess I'm glad that you're admitting that.
Every once in a while, when a guy makes a mistake, you have to own up to it. Or it comes back to bite him in the ass. Robin, I need to talk to you about it for a second.
Not one of the surgeons filled these forms out correctly.
It was busy last night.
I mean, are we not highly educated people? I mean, what is the point of having an education if you can't even do a
Okay,
simple thing
stop.
like this?
Take
I
a breath for a second.
It's one form.
It
It's
can
not that
wait.
difficult.
Listen, I need to talk to you about Jason.
I know that you think he is like Sonny, but he is not. I swear to you, when he woke up from that coma, he was as innocent as anyone. And I know people see him for his coldness, but I see him for his character and his generosity, and he's about to get married, and he deserves to be happy.
And he will. He will.
But how are we supposed to treat him? I mean, he's going through his 3rd MRI right now, and Matt is off looking for worms.
Maybe Matt's right. Maybe it was the biopsy that caused the seizure.
Well, then we're both to blame for that.
Let me ask you a question. Did you okay the procedure because of my medical opinion or because of who Jason is and who I am to you?
Probably all of the above, and that's what scares me. Of course, I want to remain emotionally detached, but he is a friend, not just a patient. It's not just a medical problem we're talking about, it's his life.
Do you have a minute?
Now's not really a good time, Curly.
I won't take long. I just, I want to say thank you.
I'm sorry, did I just hear you thank me?
Sean told me that you talked Jax into bringing Jocelyn home, and I'm grateful.
Well, I didn't do it for you.
I didn't think you did.
Jax had to give up his child, and the saddest part is it didn't have to end up that way.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for how all this turned out.
Are you sorry for how you unleashed Sonny? Or for how crazy he's acting?
I don't know if you heard, Carly, but Sonny came into our living room and tried to shoot Jax last night.
Sonny shot at Jax?
Yeah, because of you. You happy now?
Sonny is a grown man. He made a decision to fire off that shot. That could have killed Emma, but now she's only traumatized, so...
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm sure you are.
You know what? Jason's the only one who can handle Sonny when he gets like this. Do you have any idea why he
We're
collapsed?
looking at a lot of possible scenarios. Most likely the fact that
I'm
he's...
sorry. 1 second. I'm sorry I have to take this. Sean, is Jocelyn okay?
Oh, she's fine. But you need to be down at the police station. It's about your